Hello, Woodchucks. Welcome back to Silverrun Forest, where the roller coaster is coming along nicely. We are just about done with Phase 2, I do believe. It's got a nice little high point over here, but that's not going to be the highest point. I think the highest point is actually going to be over here, on this side. I don't know. See how it gets built? Not quite sure. Let's drop on down so we can see what will be needed to finish off Phase 2, which should be today for sure. So we just need like 238 more wood beams, planks, and everything else is under 100. So, and we got all the material here. I did sell a lot of stuff this morning. Brought it on down to the boatyard first. Whatever the boatyard didn't take, brought over to the roller coaster. Because, you know, I figured the roller coaster is kind of set for this phase. We do have barrels and... wait, what's the other one? Barrels and what? What's the other one that's made that wonderful little... buckets. Barrels and buckets have been brought over. So, if we do happen to reach the next phase and needs barrels and buckets, we got them. So, the boatyard's doing what it's doing, which is not much. We're just waiting for fabric on there. The sheep are doing well, because we are in the month of April now. They made about maybe 800 liters of wool, so I brought that over, and that is being processed into fabric as we speak. Everything else that I did not, or anything I could not sell at the roller coaster or boatyard was shipped off to Elm Creek, except for the pepper grinders and the bowls over at the wood turner, because that stuff you get actually a better price at the stores here. But we do have $160,000, and what we do need to do, we got to come over to here to the furniture factory, which we don't own, because at some point we need tables and chairs at the roller coaster, and I don't know when that is. So we're going to come over here, 110,000. There we go. We own something else now. It just takes regular. I can do some regular planks here. Oh, that is sweet. We got some planks. Let's just go into. Scroll on down here. Hide inactive. That'll help. So armoire we don't really need, so I'm going to just deactivate that. Deactivate that. Chairs and tables is what we will need. So planks or long planks, either or. Oh, and metal. Ooh, I just noticed we need metal for that. But wait a minute. For the chairs, we don't need metal. And for the tables, we don't need metal. So, the armoire needs metal. Well, I don't care about the armoire. That can just forget about it. Hide inactive. There we go. So I'll leave these to be. I'll bring that material down a little bit later on. I don't think it's big of a rush, or should I get started on it? Yeah, maybe we'll get started on it. Throw it on in here. That way we can get some chairs and tables in here. Let's see. Priority. Priority doesn't matter. Spawning is fine. Everything else is fine here. So we got planks long. All the other productions are good to go. I brought some iron ore down to the iron furnace, so that's good to go. We're going to work on the sawmill a little bit today. Get that kind of full. Long planks, we're doing fine there. We are making some fabric, not a whole lot. The wood turner is doing fine. Yeah, we're doing fine just about everywhere. Let's jump on up now to... I just sold everything, but I left some material here. There we are. Well, I mean some. That's what we got. So maybe I'm just going to grab the planks. I think I'll just grab the planks. And we'll bring them on down. The long planks I'll hold on to. Hopefully the train's not coming. I didn't really look. Let's not run into the post of the shed either. That's helpful if you don't do that. Am I close enough to grab those? I am. Okay, let's grab these. I know it's only 3,000 liters, but let's get started on it. And maybe while we're in town, I'll go ahead and we'll grab the pepper grinders and the bowls, and we'll bring those to be sold. This will bring a little bit extra cash in. Starting to get the layout of the production area down here where things are. The one thing I don't know is, because I don't have it on, but I'm going to guess I can unload the planks here on this side. Can I be wrong? Alright, so where did those unload to? Interactive zone markers. Okay. Oh, and the things spawn out back? That's a tight squeeze out back. Let's go ahead and start making some tables and chairs, shall we? Alright, so that's a start. At least I'll get some things going. Alright, so while we're here, like I said, let's go grab the bowls and pepper grinders. I gotta see which one. Now these new selling points I have not been to. They're not new, they've been here. I just haven't been there. Now let's go ahead and open this on up. So, wait for it to get open. Pepper grinders. And some bowls. Alright, so where am I going for this material here? Let's see, pepper grinders and bowls. Bowls need to go to the Waffle Hut North. Have no idea where the Waffle Hut North is. Well, it looks like that's way up by the sawmill-ish. Okay, so it's at the gas station. All right. And the pepper grinders. Pepper grinders are going to go as soon as I find where the pepper grinders are. Pepper grinders need to go to 1325, 1371. Let's tag that place. Oh, right behind us. Alrighty. Wait, do they take bowls there? Got to be careful. I just want to pull on in. Sunnyside Cafe. They do. You know what? Sunnyside Cafe is $19.20. The Waffle Hut North is $19.35. $15 more at the Waffle House North, but instead of having me to go through everything here, let's just go and sell everything right here. As soon as I can figure out how to get there. I assume around here. But they really don't make this convenient for tractor trailer trucks and trailers, do they? But we're in here. So that was almost 10 grand. That works out well. Alright, do I have to untag the other one? Probably do. Is it still tagged up there? Maybe you can have one place tagged at a time. And that took care of it. Alright, so we got tables and chairs being made. I've sold everything, basically. Everything has been sold. So now we're going to go back to the sawmill. And I am going to show you where there's another collectible you can find. And then we're going to start chopping down some trees with the tree harvester. And we're going to be using the yarder today as well. Well, the sawmill you should know pretty well by now, which is right over there. And if you come on over to here... Oh yeah, and if you're wondering, by the way, about the saplings that we planted, they have not grown over 1 month in game time. I'm trying to find one quickly for you, but it looks just the same as it did when I planted it. You still see like a little sapling coming out of the ground with a little knoll of dirt. And you think I could find one right away? I mean, I only planted 240 of them. You think I could find one? Well, you know what they look like. Once they grow, we shall see them a little bit easier. But what you want to do, yeah, we need to be right up here. There's the sawmill right down there. And you need to climb this rock. That's all you need to do. And right on top here is, I want to say, a fox, maybe? Yep, it is a fox. Alright, and of course, let's go ahead and remove that 50,000. Back on down to 60. So my next purchase, I think, is going to be over here, maybe? Farmland. I think it's this property right here, number 8. It's like 95,000 for it. That does have Sequoia. No, not Sequoia. That's a streamer. Sequoia. I think that's why I get mixed up once in a while. Every time I see Sequoia, I want to say Sequoia. He's a Twitch streamer. But anyways, Sequoias are over there. And yeah, well, I want to go ahead and take those on down. Our tree harvester won't be able to do it. But we can go ahead and maybe buy or lease the, I think it's a John Deere. And that will go ahead and take care of the problem. So, I have not moved the yarder, and you can see... Actually, let me go ahead and activate to follow me, which is the cable car. Or the carriage, as they call it. And it's tied up to that tree right there. Now, I don't think I've showed you this before. Wait, I think I'm in flight mode. Yes, I am. There we go. Turn that off. Now we can get in. So, if I were to come over to the tree where... Okay, if I don't get stuck here. Let me turn on the tree harvester. So if I were to come over to the tree that the carriage is attached to, it should say you are not allowed to cut this tree. That's just letting you know, hey, your carriage is tied to this, so you may not want to go ahead and do that. So all I want to do is, for now, I'm going to come over to here. I don't know if I can just... Is there a way for me just to drop the tree without cutting it? Tilt tree harvester, higher, cut, fold the tree harvester. If I were to turn it off, it won't fall out either. Alright, well, that's alright. Let's go ahead and just cut them on up. Now, I don't know if it's better to cut them up longer, because this going to the sawmill, we're going to the same amount of liters, I believe. But I think the shorter I cut it might be better. Only for the fact of I don't want the long trees getting stuck on stuff going on down. So let's try cutting them at 6 meters. Now, like some people said, we know this, the yarder I got is the biggest one in game that can haul 3 tons. So I don't think there's a tree limit, it's just the weight limit that it's going to have. So I'm going to put a pile of them here. Let's remove the tree harvester from the equation, get it out of the way. Is it here, or... So this is the one thing about the yarder. It still isn't up here. It's coming. It's a long ways away. So basically, every time I cut down a tree, I can bring it up here, cut it up into 6-meter lengths. Oh, the one thing I should do is just double check on the sawmill. So the sawmill, we are at... Where's the old mill? We'll just say 42,000. I better write that down because I definitely will forget. Big old 42,000. Let's come over to here and attach, 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 attach. And we're either at our limit of 4 trees or we're at the weight limit. So there's nothing that shows us how much weight is on there or anything. Alright, stop following me. So hit R, and then is it X to move carriage to yarder. And there they go. So while that's going on down, we're going to grab some more logs. Or at least a whole tree here. I want to make sure we get the pile relatively close because the carriage can only reach so far. So I want to get them kind of dropped in the same area if I can. I was kind of hoping, because I'm in the cab, but when I get out of the cab, I can see where the yarder is. And the yarder is already down there. So, should the wood... Yep, the wood's going on in. 45,000 liters. That's what I wanted to be sure of. So the question is, when I say follow me, or the carriage should, follow me mode, if I'm in the cab and cut down a tree, is it coming up here, or does it not see me while I'm in the cab? Oh, I should also mention I did take care of the grass field today. The grass did grow a little bit, so I got the final stage of fertilizer on it that it needs. Alright, let me see. Has the carriage moved? Yes, the carriage does move while you're in cab. Even though I can't see that it's moving, it's coming on up here. Probably should have the Massey Ferguson up here with the stump grinder on it, so I can take care of these stumps as I cut down the trees. So I don't know if you saw the episode where we planted the trees, but I had a quick look at the help menu, and I think it said 2 to 24 days. I don't know if that's supposed to be years, or not years, sorry, months, because that says days. And we went a full month, which is, we'll just say 30 days, and the trees did not grow at all. So my guess is that's a misprint. Is the carriage up here? Not yet. I thought it would have been here by now from how fast it was moving before. While we're waiting for it, let me go back in. Let me reread that, because I tend to misread things now and then. Improve yielding animals, forestry, how to plant trees. Where did I see it? The different type of trees vary when it comes to the duration of growth. Depending on the type of tree, growth periods can differ between 2 and 24 in-game days. I'm guessing that means month. Then I thought, well, maybe it's different for the Platinum Edition. And this just shows us how to use the other materials that came with the Platinum Edition. So tree growth, I think, would be the same, but then again, yeah, it might be just a misprint. Yep, we are up here, so let me try to get all the logs together. So last time we were able to get 4. And I think 4 is the max. Or I'm at the weight. It's hard to tell, but I'm at 4 again, which seems kind of weird. And move to the yarder, please. Don't hit me. And we send that on its merry little way. As long as I get all the trees up here by that tree right there that's holding down the carriage, we should be all set. Now really today I could have just cut down these trees, brought over the auto loader and loaded them up, but I want to show off the yarder again, try it on out. And eventually I'll get to trying out the containers where we can put the wood into them. But I don't want to sell the wood. I need to put it into productions. That's what we need to do it for. Well, this thing does go over big stumps, though, which is very helpful. It's too bad I can't see the carriage while I'm inside the tree harvester. Actually, I'm going to speed up time just a little bit more. I'm at times 2. I want to be at times 6, I think. Alright, let me go ahead and recall the carriage. Get this lined up roughly where it needs to be. Okay. Go that way. That's fine. Worst thing I could do is knock a tree down on the cables of the carriage. I'm pretty sure it'll just go right through. Or I could be wrong. It might actually snap the cable line and reset the yarder, which means I'd have to go all the way down to the yarder. As I say, hopefully the yarder can reach these. It can. How's the sawmill doing? Up to 48,000 liters. Trying to find out if I can get a 5th log on there, but I don't think so. Now, the one thing I don't know is my logs could be actually falling off. So if they're getting tangled up in a tree somewhere, they could actually fall off. But I can go ahead and check later. So the one thing... Oh, it's spinning nicely going on down there. The one thing I can see is it's going over the clear cut. So it'll be easy to find logs if they're just falling off. If they're hitting trees and just yanking right off. But I'll be able to tell if you keep an eye in the upper left-hand corner. On the helper HUD, it'll say V, detached trees. I can tell when they get dropped off because the trees will get just taken up by the sawmill in the pond. And there they go. They should be in the pond. Let's go ahead and just recall it here. 51,000 liters. Nice. Now let me go ahead. Do I own this property over here? I guess not. So the road, we're surrounded by this road right here. Now, like a few people have mentioned, I should go ahead and paint the ground so it's easier to see the ground and see my saplings. But I want to go ahead and leave all the grass and brush there because it makes it look more natural. Yep, can't go. You got trees there. That'll stop you from turning this around up there. Let's hoping the back end of the tree would just spin around. Probably should have cut those in 9-meter lengths. Just to see if I can still put 4 trees on there, or is it going to limit me down to like 3? So that is, yeah, the further away you get, which makes perfect sense. It just takes longer for the yarder to go back and forth. It seems like it gets down there rather quick, but coming back up takes a little bit longer. Let's see, let me go ahead and strap it here. There. 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 I was trying to put another light one on there, but I don't think so. And off it goes. I'm just going to go ahead and follow it on down, follow the cable on down, just to make sure no logs are getting thrown off anywhere. Ah, there's a little sapling that I planted the other day. Might be able to see it as I get taken out by some logs. Right in the center of the screen. It's right there. So after 1 month, yep, no growth. Where's my cable line? Cable line's right above me. Ooh, there's a tree right there. Well, that is happening. Okay, but it only happened that one time? And I got some trees that are hitting. Yeah, I got some logs down there that are not quite... I don't have the yarder where it should be, basically. It's hitting the stairs over there. Two. Where are the other two? Over here. Right in front of you. Alright, let's just send it on in. And I will pick this one up myself. Clean this up a little bit. So, not the best placement, but some of them are actually going through. It will do for now. And I think that'll do it for the yarder for now. Let's throw that in there. We are up to 56,000 liters, which is good enough for a day. At least. Let's go ahead and jump back onto the roller coaster. Well, not jump back on it. It would be nice if I could ride it. How are we doing here? Alright, let's go ahead and speed up time. We don't need that much more material to finish off this phase. Seven more liters of floor tiles. The floor tiles seem to take a while. 6, 5, 4. Why does it take so long to put a floor tile in? And 0. And now what do we need? Alright, let me just put it on down to ×2. So, wood beams, we need 5,990. Which is exactly what I have in there. So I should bring some more down when I get a chance. Planks, we got plenty of. Planks long, I got 11,000. We just need 2,000. We need 500 metal. I got 3,600 in there. Floor tiles, I need 199. I don't know how many I got in there because it doesn't show everything. Staircase railings, I need 2,012. And I got enough in there. So, I got enough for the next stage. So that's going to keep on getting built. Which is exactly what we need. Let's just jump on out down to the boat to make sure. Yeah, we're just waiting for fabric here. That's all we're waiting for. So the sheep, you know, they're doing the best they can. We are up to 60 sheep. And they're making almost 1,000 liters a month now. So that's not too bad. So every 2 months, I'll get 1,000 liters. But in no time, I don't want to say no time flat, the sheep are going to keep on reproducing. And, well, yeah, we'll start making more wool, which means more fabric. And I don't have the money for the boatyard yet anyway, so this can wait. If I jump on over to the sheep, I think the sheep are eating the grass. I got the realism grass mod on, and I think they are eating the grass from here. I haven't put no grass in here since we cut the grass last year. I think that was in November. And we're still sitting at 1,192 liters, and we got 60 sheep now, so they're not going through the grass. The grass, fertilized, yep, 100%. Rolling, yeah, I'm not going to get into rolling yet. I may do it later on when we have a whole bunch of money, but I still owe $2.5 million. Is it 2.5? I think it's 2.5 we owe. Yep, 2.5. And let's see, let me just, did I get 1,000 liters over here? We were close to getting 1,000 liters. 939, so we're almost there. Almost there. But what I want to do next is I want to jump on up to here. And I just want to make sure forest land, I'm going to call it like forest land. I want to make sure some of these sequoias are on lot number 8. Now, I've been told these are not worth a darn, but we're going to do them just because, you know, need to show it off. Yep, I do have sequoias on lot number 8, so if I go to farmland, yep, we got plenty of sequoias here. We'll probably cut down maybe 1 or 2, or, you know, a whole bunch. Doesn't really matter, because I can always replant them. And then replant a whole bunch of trees in here, but this will be nice and easy work in here. So the machinery we're going to need here, for a second there, I thought that was it. But I don't think so. I got to go into forestry machines. Or is that it? And it's just a different version of it. No, that's the 88.4. That's the 848L. And that is a skidder. We want a, feller buncher. That's what it's called. I should know what this stuff is called, but we don't say those words for a long time. Feller buncher. So this should be able to take down these sequoias. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry, again. We need this. The Hannibal T50. That's what we need. 120 centimeters. This just says it cuts down trees. It's not a special name for it. Other than it's called the Hannibal. 750,000 for it. So leasing it's going to be like what, 30, 40? Oh yeah, $40,000. Every additional hour is 15. I mean, for cutting down these sequoia trees and we don't get that many liters for them, at least I've been told that, I'm going to get ripped off by leasing that, but we'll give it a go just to see what it's like and deliver them. Don't know what that will be because we got to get about $90,000 in the bank account before we can afford this land. And then, of course, I'll need $40,000, so I need about $150,000 before we can buy this land and go ahead and try those out. Which actually doesn't take too long because now we don't have to buy any more production buildings. Technically, because we got everything we need to build the roller coaster. And we have everything we need to build the boats. Well, I got to buy the boatyard, sorry. That is a production building. But I am making like $100,000 a day in material. So just by selling this, and of course the production buildings are doing what they do. So we'll make plenty of money there. So I don't need no barrels and buckets yet, but I already brought some to the roller coaster. So we'll be setting that at some point. But the roller coaster is being made. Of course, we're getting the wood down to the yarder here. But to position this yarder, I probably should move this yarder for where it is. The yarder actually should be maybe like here-ish. Somewhere in this general vicinity. But the problem is, I'm not paying that much attention, but I don't think the train actually comes through here. So I could probably put the yarder like right here on the other side. That'd be a more clearer shot. May have to do that if I still have problems. I'm not too sure. But I got to go ahead and make sure the lumber mill, sawmill, is set to go. And I don't think we would have made any tables and chairs yet, but we'll come back out here. No, we're not even close. We're at 249 liters apiece. So my next episode, we should have a whole bunch. I shouldn't say a whole bunch. We'll have tables and chairs that we can bring on over to the roller coaster. Get paid for those. And yeah, we'll see how we're doing then. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Silverrun Forest. But until then, have a good one.